how do you fix Africa?
That's a $1 million question, isn't it?
And look, I know that's what I'm saying. Like in your view, and again, economics is very complex, right? So you fix one industry is going to have a domino effect on that industry in that country and Africa and the world. The US might. Okay, let me not even go down that path. But how do you fix Africa?
Okay, I can't. I'm never gonna claim to give an answer to that, but I will just say, I think to me, there are things that you think might benefit Africa, and one to me key is integration of Africa, because a lot of the times we don't actually trade anything with each other, and it's understandable. I mean, African economies are really small economies, so there's not going to be much to trade with each other based off. And another thing. We are all, not all, maybe most of us are like resource dependent countries. You know, we pretty much export the same things. There's gold here, there's gold there, there's oil there, you know.
No, but so, we in terms of resources, are we not the richest?
We are, that's the problem. Continent. We are the richest continent by far, I mean, by a lot of things. But a lot of those resources have also been plundered, not by us or for us, but by economies that are far away from us. You know, like your Europe, your North America, your Asia. Those are the ones that are benefiting from our resources. And the big part of it is that because we also still just most of the time we never really refine any of our resources. What we export away is just raw materials. That's a very low value chain. There's no value added to our economies because you're exporting timber when you should be exporting like carpentry, you know, like finished goods. But we don't do that. But I think what's happening now, or what's gaining ground or momentum right now, is that a lot of African economies are coming together to like facilitate that process of making value added industries in Africa, based in Africa, so that they will serve our interests. And then in that case, we don't even have to import as much anymore, because what we do a lot is we import quite a lot of everything that we use. And I mean, naturally, yes, because even some of the things that, and this is the other gap, some of the times you have industries that are here making some goods that we require, but then because of resource constraints or because of investment gaps or savings gaps or whatever, you find that the quality is not really good. So really, you're still going to go to that company.
And just on that, look, I'm trying to tap into my economic knowledge. It's been a while since I studied economics, but touching on your points in terms of us exporting raw materials with low value, for us to import, you obviously need money. More specifically, you need foreign currency, right? Wherever you're exporting from. So my question is, I'm just trying to structure this properly and simply as well. We are importing on debt because we're not really getting the income from our exports that is going to equate to the amount of money we need to import. Meaning that it's like us if a country was a person, we're buying on a credit card.
Yeah, basically. Which sometimes we hope to say, and this is the thing, sometimes we hope to service our debt with aid, which is we get from either the EU or the US or from China, you know, we get all those things. And sometimes it helps, but that cannot continue sustainably forever, you know, at least not for our developmental purposes, because it just means we're not really progressing, you know, because we're not going to develop our own foreign currency reserves that way,
and we become a prisoner to
pretty much
to those banks.
Yeah, you know what they've done to us so far.
Hey man, that's another podcast episode, you know. And I'd love to actually, yes, just a note. I'm gonna have that, and you must join the panel. It'll be interesting. Look, so cool. So you were saying that we need to have more trade, right?
Yeah, that's one. I think that's one. And the other thing
so just on that, to be clear, open borders, something that Gaddafi was preaching, right? And
also a lot of people have preached.
The first person that came to mind was Gaddafi. I don't know I think Thabo Mbeki also touched on it at one point. Sinkara as well. Yes, you know. So, okay, number one is trade. Open borders, similar to Europe, right?
In a way, yes.